That is awesome, dude. Look how red he is. That's real animal style right there.
Look at that.
That is a day maker, baby. Oh, look at that.
Real Animals, presented by Contender Boats.
This week's Real Animals adventure took us back to the bayou. We went to Venice, Louisiana. My good friend Captain Ryan Rickard and I. It's one of our favorite trips every year, and the bayou was calling us. We were gonna go try and chase down some of those incredible redfish that live in the marsh there. Louisiana from my house there, just outside of Tampa, Florida, is about a 12-hour drive. So it's a pretty good pull. You roll out early in the morning and hope to get in there just before dark and get settled into your accommodations and get ready to roll into some incredible fishing. You know, I really enjoy going on this trip with Captain Ryan. Not only is he a really, really good friend of mine, but he is an avid tournament angler, fishes tournaments all over the country. And he spent quite a bit of time there in the bayou fishing redfish tournaments in the area, Delacroix, Hopedale, Venice, areas like that. And so it's always good. It gives you a little bit of that local knowledge, even though obviously he's not a true local. But he spent a lot of time there, and him and I have so much fun fishing together, and he's so driven and loves to catch redfish so much that it makes him a great partner for this trip. Hey gang, today I'm back in one of my very favorite places on the entire planet. I'm in Venice, Louisiana with my main man, Captain Ryan Rickard. We're headed to the bayou to do some red fishing. What's the plan, buddy?
We're gonna go stroke some sneaking bull redfish is what we're gonna go do. We're gonna run out to the outside and just go find some big fish and throw a few things at them and see what we can do.
Same game plan as usual here. Clean water's the key. We just go find some clean water.
Yeah, try to find some cleaner water, but right now the water's a little bit stained and dirty from the Mississippi dumping in here, but as long as we find some bait, mullet, and active flat, we'll find some fish.
Let's do it. Looking forward to it. You know, whenever you put Louisiana in your book, in your schedule, and you plan that trip, all you think about is just all the crazy amounts of fish you're gonna catch, because the bayou is so nutrient rich and it's so full of fish, and a lot of it's really untouched. I mean, it's gotten fished more heavily the last couple of years, 5 or 6 years, maybe 10 years, but it's still like no other fishery on the planet. So when you put it in your schedule, you are pretty excited for what you could be in store for.
I can't believe how dirty, Mikey. I can't believe how dirty this is.
I knew it was gonna be dirty, but dang.
I mean, I did too, but yeah, dang, I didn't know this bad. This is bad.
Yeah, you'd have to hit them right in the choppers.
I mean, I think this is the only method. If they're here, I think this right here, or that right by their face is
going to
be
have to hit them right. You have to hit them right in the soup coolers. So we roll into the bayou, and we do not find exactly the conditions that we are expecting. About 3 weeks earlier, millions of gallons of very dirty water pouring out of the Mississippi River. It's that time of year, it's the spring. It's that time of year when you get a lot of snow thaw, runoff from way up north on the Mississippi. The Ohio River had some flooding on it recently, and all that water goes one direction. It rolls down the Mississippi right into the bayou there near Venice. And those were the conditions we were in. Very dirty water, had very windy conditions. The weatherman was not on his game for this trip at all. We had expected it to lay down some, and we were facing some very, very challenging conditions.
You know what, Mike? Go ahead and stay on engine, and when you get around this point, just hug this right side. What we'll do is we'll hug the right going all the way down, and we'll set up on the top and just kind of pull down and try to fan cast for a few minutes.
4.5 feet right here.
I was gonna say, it's plenty deep here.
It's just muddy.
It's nasty, man.
Mullet up on the top here.
Mullet? I know, I've been seeing them jumping in the middle here.
Straight up on top too.
We might catch some in this pond, Mike.
Might. There's fish.
Fish on.
All that bait right there. Oh, little red dog, little red dog. Not the one we're looking for, but it is a red dog. Look at the
Look at the spots on that thing, dude.
Look at the spots, bro. In a spot tournament, we'd be very happy.
7 spots on that side, 8, one in his tail right there.
Pretty fish.
That's a pretty fish.
They're really
dude.
pretty.
I mean,
Needs to be a little bigger.
needs to be a little bigger, but pretty
Eyes
fish.
are too close to its tail.
Yeah, that's exactly
You
right.
can tell, look at crustaceans. Look how blue
Yeah,
that
look
tail
at that
is.
tail.
A lot of crustaceans in the diet.
There he goes.
Real Animals is brought to you by Quantum Fishing Reels. Outsmart, outfish, outlast. Ray Marine, simply superior. Mirror Lure, turn on the bite. Ingle, high performance coolers.
You know, when we get into the bayou that morning, we're, really kind of shocked. It's always a little dirty in Louisiana, and the key to finding fish in Louisiana is just finding water that's just a little bit cleaner than really dirty. And that led us to go to popping corks, which really work good in the bayou, in the delta, in that dirty water, that big explosion, that big splash you get from the cup on the top of that popping cork, the rattles on there, the beads, all that commotion tends to draw their attention to something feeding in the area, bait fish in the area, things like that. And that's a great technique to draw fish to your bait. We've got about 2 foot of fluorocarbon leader tied on, paddle tail mirror lures on the other end, and we're just trying to make some commotion and see if we can't conjure up a strike or two.
There he is.
Oh boy, the old popping cork.
There he is.
The old popping cork,
I
baby.
had a feeling that's what it was going to take.
Well, it makes that big splash and kind of calls them in. It's such a great searching bait in these muddy waters.
This is what we come to do. This is why you come to Venice, Louisiana.
You know, I bet that's what we saw pushing around out there.
I bet
too.
it is. You
Yeah.
saw that little tick of
Yeah,
movement.
that little push, and
Man, I just looked down and I was like, wait a minute, my float's not up on top.
the float be gone.
Swimming at me.
It's not happy, probably.
Little juju sauce on there.
Little Procure blue crab.
Oh, that's a good
Nice
fish.
fish. Let me help you, Mr. Rickard. Nice fish, attaboy. Look at the shoulders on that fish. Good morning,
Hold on a second.
pumpkin. Wow. That is why they come. Stop. Chill out.
He ain't hooked real good either.
Not really. It's a big fish. I don't think he's in a slot, Ryan.
Nah, he ain't no slot fish.
That one is over.
A little over.
A little brawny. The tail is bigger than my hand. That is textbook Louisiana. Good morning sunshine. Whoa. The water's cold.
Is it? Oh, I'm sure it is, man.
That water's
Mississippi
water
dumping in
temps about 59 degrees, so.
Listen, if that fish is in here, there's more in here. He ain't by himself.
That is why we came. That's why we drove 12 hours. Right there, baby.
Right there. Venice, Louisiana.
Pretty fish, Bubba. Let's get a good release on her. Make sure we get a good release. Come on. Popping Cork City, baby.
Yeah, boy.
Nice job, kid.
Thanks, sir.
You know, there's a lot of game fish. They will seem to camouflage themselves or color enhance themselves to the habitat that they're in at the time. Sometimes you'll catch redfish and they'll just be really, really bronze. They'll be just, they're called bronze bombers for a reason. They'll bronze up. They get that deep bronze red color to them. And other times, if you catch them on the beach, or in this case, in the marsh where everything's kind of muddied up, they'll take on a color kind of matching their environment. And in this case, the fish we were catching today kind of were light. They were fresh in from the Gulf, you could kind of tell that. And they were almost the same color as the water, just a kind of a milky brown color, not really bronzed up like you normally see them. That was interesting that we saw that push.
Yeah.
And then just a few minutes later, boom, there that fish was.
it.
It's one of the really cool things about catching redfish this time of year. I love their energy anyway.
Yeah.
But when the water temp's down like it is here, you know, 60-degree water temp,
Right.
they have so much energy and so
Feisty.
much fight. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And that fish there, I don't know if you noticed, did you see the size of the tail on it?
He had a lot of room to grow.
Boy, he's going to be a big fish.
Yeah, for sure.
Real Animals is brought to you by South Seas Island Resort, Rolls Axle Trailers, built like no other, Bull Bay Rods, combined with tangle-free guides for a difference you can feel. Gator Gems Tackle, not just another tackle store.
We roll around a corner, and the minute we come out this pass and look to our right, Ryan and I thought, we have found it, the Holy Grail. The clean water we were looking for was right there, out this pass. To our right, there were shorelines. You could see the birds were working. You could see the pogies were flipping. You could see the possibility of all the work to get to Louisiana, all the work early that day, trying to find clean water. That work could finally pay off today. There he is.
You got him?
Yep.
Oh, that's a good fish, dude. Good fish.
So let me do an 80.
Yep, good fish, dude. I just said, like, look at that freaking pinch down. There's a lot of water flow. Power poles are down. There should be a fish there, and he was there.
Stud, bro.
That's a tank. Absolute tank.
Good call. That one wasn't no little bite.
Nah.
When he
I saw him wake up on it.
Yeah, when he ate it, he thumped it. You know, and talking to some of the local guys here, you always want to fish the points. You always want to fish areas where the water travels through.
Right.
And that's exactly what was happening there. Actually, you had multiple things there. You had a point and you had water traveling through.
He had flow through, that's right.
That's right where that fish was. That's why they come from all over the country to fish the marsh. The nutrients here make them so big and so strong. We've been in our sweatshirts all day long because it's still really cool out. Water temp's just now getting to 72 degrees. Started out much cooler than that this morning. Come here. Come here, pumpkin. Look at the shoulders on this pig. Come here, girl. Come here.
I ain't gonna do it till she's ready.
Play nice, play nice.
All right, I got her. What a tank right
That's
here,
a
dude.
beast, bro.
What an absolute tank
Woo,
right
that's
here.
what we came for right there. Drive 12 hours from Tampa to catch a stud. That is why we come right there. Look at the marshmallow. He lump that marshmallow. Watch out, watch out. Hook loose, hook loose.
Yep, just
Got
try to
it.
keep mine right
Huh?
there. Look at that fish right there. That is an absolute tankopotamus,
Woo,
dude.
look at that bad boy. That is why you come to Louisiana to fish the marsh. What's up?
I'm gonna let you release your own fish.
Handsome devil. You getting tired of holding it?
No, no, no. I just figured you might want to have the release.
I do want to have the release.
That's a nice fish, man. Tell me when you got her.
I think I got her.
All right, come on, let go.
I got her. Huh?
Freaking awesome, brother. Good
Nice
job
fish.
on sticking that toad.
Woo. Stick another one.
Let's do it.
Real Animals Tip of the Week is brought to you by Lazy Days RV, exclusive RV partner of the Real Animals Fishing Show.
Hey gang, this week's tip of the week, I want to introduce you to a really, really special new Real Animals partner, Lazy Days RVs. They're the largest RV dealer in the world with over 1,500 new and pre-owned RVs. On the lot all the time, RVs like you've never seen before. This is where I got my RV and my experience was second to none. So I'm here with Tracy Elliott, better known around here as Bama. He is one of the main experts here, the man in the know. Tracy, tell me, what is it that makes this place tick and makes it so special? I was just blown away by my experience. I really was. It's really something else.
Well, I tell you, Captain Mike, what we do here at Lazy Days, we try to cater everything around the customer's wants and needs. All the way from the first time we interview to find out what you're looking for in an RV. And then with the 12 to 1,500 that we've got, the biggest selection of new and pre-owned, We find the one that fits you the best. Our job is to make things the best that it possibly can be.
Financing everything right here in-house. And I'll tell you, to your point, one of the most amazing things about this experience to me was I had mentioned a few things that I was looking for, found the Grand Design for me, and literally the sales guy said, I think I have the trailer that will meet your needs, to make sure that I had it Lazy Days right, to make sure that there was no issues. I mean, seriously, the process from start to finish was just mind-blowing.
Absolutely. It's just not the place that you're going to come and when you buy something, we hand you the keys and say good luck.
Right.
That's not what we do. It's important for that customer to understand every aspect of a coach, how to use it, how to tow it, if it's towed, how to drive it, if it's a drivable.
Right.
It's just what we do here.
It was really an exceptional experience, like none other. You have to check this place out. Listen, accessories, service, sales, financing, insurance, rentals, everything is here. One-stop shopping here at Lazy Days RV. They're the world's largest dealership. Come see Lazy Days RV here in Tampa. Absolutely incredible. That's your tip of the week.
Real Animals is brought to you by Maui Jim, color, clarity, detail. Plantation on Crystal River. Pro Marine, quality marine engine parts overnight. CCA Florida and CCA Florida Star Tournament. Closed captioning provided by Gator Ford. This week's Tackle Box is brought to you by Cleanse Oil, America's original cleaner, lubricant, and protectant.
Hey gang, this week's Real Animals adventure here in Louisiana. The tackle we were using is pretty simple. Something that I really enjoy throwing now. This is the new assault rod from Bull Bay Rods. It's 7 foot long, super light, kind of a 15-pound rod, a lot like the Real Animals Signature Series, only even a little lighter. Out there in the bayou where you have a lot of this marsh grass and stuff, I like to rig my baits weedless like this. The marsh minnow on a weighted bass hook like this is really perfect. Kind of lets you work the rise and the fall through the weeds and through the grass and all that stuff. Really a nice setup. You know, in the marsh here, you can get into a really big redfish pretty quick. So what I did was I switched gears a little bit and I went to the Real Animals 17 pound. Okay, and the reason I did that is because I have 15-pound braided line on this particular series rod. On this one here, on the lighter stuff, we're fishing 10-pound braid. The heavier stuff, this is the Quantum Smoke 40. These are the ones that I put the 15-pound braid on. Again, just a little more drag surface, a little more reel. The lighter stuff are with the Quantum Smoke 30. Again, I went with the paddle tails in here, you know, a lot of mullet, a lot of porgies in the area, things like that, a lot of flash. This one right here, you know, the molting and the mirror lure marshmallow is one of my favorite colors. That's on a 1/4 ounce weighted jig head. Having the hook exposed, I thought, boy, if we could get one of those short strikes, we could really get into them. Something else that always works good in the marsh is our clacker cork. They make a ton of noise. You follow this up with about 18 inches to 2 foot of your fluorocarbon leader, probably a 25-pound, your jig head, your paddle tail. You got a great setup for making all kinds of noise in that dirty water. Nothing better. This is the tackle you need to do exactly what we did today. So one of the other big beasts that live here in the bayou are the black drum. They'll eat cut bait, things on the bottom a lot faster than they'll eat a moving artificial bait. But when we saw all these tails out there waving at us, boy, we couldn't help but to try to get one of those big black drum to eat. Oh no?
I don't think so.
Get him, dog. Atta boy, get him. Nice fish, Ryan. Atta boy. Right off
Hold us
that,
down?
right off that point.
Yeah, right off the point, dude.
Right off the point. Nice fish. Nice fish, kid. We've been seeing them all day here. Big, pretty fish.
Big
yeah.
ugly.
Big ugly.
Hitting the friggin' paddle tail. How about that?
Yeah. I've caught them on a spinnerbait before. Not very often, but I've done it. That's a day maker though, baby. You know? You get that good pull.
Oh yeah, he's gotten in that, he put his head in that current.
Oh. Hey, attaboy. You got all that fish you wanted. That's what happens when you go fishing with your buddies.
Break a net, break a line,
They break your stuff.
break something. Daggum.
You know, Louisiana, the bayou there is really unique because you literally have just thousands and thousands of miles of marsh that never gets fished or rarely gets fished. Just absolutely an incredible, breathtaking place. I always tell people, Venice, Louisiana, if you love to fish, this is a bucket list destination. Really, really a special place. Not a lot to do there for nightlife. Don't go there expecting anything crazy after you're done fishing. It's peaceful, it's calm, it's a great place to go and do some of the world's best fishing.